Everyone, for Module 4, I chose to focus on sexual dimorphism, specifically color polymorphisms in lizards. The article that I looked at wanted to explore genetic mechanisms that could alter the expression of sex-limited polymorphisms, i.e. color. They hypothesized that artificially elevating testosterone levels in female Decreci lizards would induce them to also express these male-specific throat colors, such as orange, yellow, gray, and orange-yellow. They also wanted to establish whether or not these phenotypically expressed traits were autosomically inherited or purely sex-linked, and be receptive to any genetic or hormonal changes in these lizards. So they had 35 female Decreci lizards that were surgically implanted with testosterone-filled tubes. They had 16 that were wild-caught lizards and then 19 of their captive offspring. They were all sterilized prior to implantation. They were monitored for a span of 12 weeks, with changes being monitored once a week via photographs, blood testing, and spectral measurements to rule out any in measurements. They found that their hypothesis was consistent with the findings. They found that 10 of the females were displaying orange coloration, 7 displayed yellow, 7 displayed gray, and 11 displayed orange-yellow colorations. It supports the theory that artificially elevating testosterone levels did have an effect on the sex-linked color morphs. The colorings were very consistent with males, so it was very hard to see the difference between them. So noted that the alteration was not equal, so they didn't manifest equally. They saw that the red-orange colorations was highly intensified and the colors were more vivid over time, whereas with the yellow, they didn't show that much of a difference after the testing was done. So there was no increase in intensity or proportion after the treatment, which would suggest that the yellow pigmentation could be regulated by a different mechanism that was not explored, whereas the orange-red coloration could be manifested through hormone-related mechanisms, which can be altered by a genetic change. Patients with this, since, like I said, they found that there was a discrepancy in coloring that they did not have an explanation for, so this could open room for more research to be done to perhaps narrow down the variables that could lead to these polymorphisms. But yeah, their findings were consistent with their theory, so we could conclude that some of these color polymorphisms are hormonally driven and can be impacted by genetic changes. So yeah, thank you for listening.